My name is Simplified Yu-Gi-Oh! My sole purpose here is to simplify Yu-Gi-Oh! So anyone can understand. I'm going to be clear about this next fact. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an incredibly complicated game, and it prevents people from getting into it. I hate the fact that no one can learn it on their own, so I'm taking the responsibility of making it easier to understand. First off, what is Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is before searching this up, I assume someone referenced it and you don't know what the game is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a trading card game made by Konami, focusing on battling your opponent using your deck, a set of cards, to see who comes out on top. It's a game of skill and luck. Now, the next question. What is the deck? It's not a regular set of 52 playing cards like the name would imply. The deck is made up of anywhere between 40 and 60 cards, which is quite different from a deck used in poker. As long as you have between 40 and 60 cards, you can put almost anything you want in there with a few rules. You have 3 kinds of cards in your deck: monster cards, spell cards, and trap cards. A monster card is a card with a monster or a picture on the front. It has an attack stat and a defense stat at the bottom, and it has these stars up at the top. For example, one of the most famous monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is a monster you could put in your deck. The cards are either outlined with yellow or orange, and I'll tell you the difference in another video. A spell card is a card that isn't a monster and has an effect. They usually benefit you in some way when you activate them. They are outlined in green. A trap card is like a spell card. It has a drawback that I'll talk about later, but is typically stronger than a spell in terms of effect, but only sometimes. You can choose anywhere between 40 and 60 cards, as mentioned earlier, from any of these 3 types to make your deck. At the beginning of the game, you and your opponent draw 5 cards from your respective deck after shuffling it. Both players flip a coin, or roll dice, to decide who goes first, and this is where the game begins. You place your Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards onto the field. There are 5 zones to place your monsters onto, and 5 zones to play your spells and traps. You can play spell cards directly from your hand as long as the conditions on the card are met. Here's where the disadvantage comes in. If you want to use your trap card, you must set it face down for 1 turn first. What is face down? When you place a card face down, it's like when you fold in a game of poker or Texas Hold'em. You don't show the card to your opponent and place it face down, meaning that the back of the card is facing up. This restriction is why they're generally stronger, but it also means they're slower. In the next video, I'll explain how to properly play the game, starting from simple gameplay. If you enjoyed this video, please stay tuned for future videos. I won't ever press you to like or subscribe, since that's something you should only do if you truly enjoy the content. See you in the next video.